Welcome to the AlbionTV War Report, your source of live battle coverage featuring the top guilds and alliances of Albion Online. Today is Saturday, the 11th of October, 2025. I am your host, The Chosen One, and I am joined today by Robin Hood, RS on the play-by-play, and of course, Bogle on the camera. We are currently here at 14 UTC for the very kickoff of Invasion Day here, the mid-season Invasion Day, and we're here with Lucky Ben as the first of the elite vengeful guardian lords is taken on here, Robin. It is the mid-season invasion. It is a little bit different than the end of season invasion, a little bit different than the beginning of season invasion. It's often a day where we see people go out and grab their territories right away and then head right over to castles.
Yeah, it's like I said, a little bit different. Guilds will just be purely focusing on capturing their own territories here today. You know, when you capture a territory mid-season, you don't get any benefits, right? You just own the territory and that's it. There's no point payouts. There's nothing like that. That only happens right at the end of the season on that final invasion day. That is when all the points in the tower pay out into a 1-to-1 conversion rate. So let's say, for example, this territory here in Razor Rock Gulch had 10,000 raw energy in it. All Rise capture it. All Rise then get 10,000 season points and 10,000 siphoned energy as well. But that is end of season. We are here at the mid-season where All Rise are just capturing their territories to keep their lead as they are currently sitting comfortably in first place on the road to obtaining their second gem here for themselves.
Yeah, definitely streaking out ahead once again. They are the team to beat, and we've started to see some, I want to say, cracks in the coalitions and stuff like that. We've seen a little bit more action, but still nothing that's really taken these guys down. We saw a pretty good series of fights yesterday, unexpected on the day before Invasion Day over here on Albion Asia. Yeah, it's there's still a little bit of work to be done before we can say there's a true battle for first, second, or third place.
Yeah. We'll see where everything lands as we progress throughout the season here. Well, I mean, I have just jumped on to Z-Call.
Okay.
There are 2 other blobs in the map here in High Tree Cliffs. Actually, there's going to be a fighting force here. I'm going to switch us a POV because one of the other blobs is actually more
we got another fight too. Oh, never mind, they're mounting up. I'm sorry, I thought we had a pretty good one. They're gonna split between the guys of what is it, Idol and who are those other idiots? Rise? Okay. No, RBG. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's somebody who decided
wow,
they didn't want the Idol action.
Jeez.
Wait, what did I say? Who are these idiots?
Yeah, who are these other idiots?
Who's that idiot? Well, I mean, it's like it was this situation where everybody ran at each other, mounted, demounted, and then literally remounted. So it was, you know, it was anticlimactic for me. I was really excited for a second. I thought we had Maverick on the board.
Well, don't worry. Things things aren't looking great over here as well on our POV. As our 18 disarray debuff, our 19 disarray debuff looked to be a little bit too much for the 31 disarray debuff of Z, but they are turning around and heading back towards our POV. So this is a very outnumbered fight here for the guys. Z better take this fight.
Well, I'm gonna keep looking around while you wait for that one to kick off. I have thoughts on that.
Yeah, they walked towards and then they walked away. And I got a feeling this is gonna happen or not.
It's okay. I got other
We have a
people.
mountain.
We got other people out there. We've got a lot of people out. I'll say that. Everybody is out today on Invasion Day. It's this. We see this more over here than anywhere else, where people almost avoid contact for the first half hour of Invasion Day. That's why I said it's a little bit different. You know, they go and they get their territories, and then they go right to castles. At castles, they'll fight. But we've seen a number of mid-season Invasion Days, mid-season specifically, where it feels like it's an avoiding of contact. It's go get your 3, go get your 4, and then see what's left, and then play a little bit of Albion. But not so much Albion that you're going to miss castles, because we've seen several days where the castles were being fought over while there were still plenty of territories to be gained, and even ended a couple of shows now without all the territories being gained because nobody was going. Just nobody cared.
Mm-hmm. Well, over here, our POV is going, gone. By the way, Z actually waited for more players of their alliance to come in. They were up to a 38 disarray debuff.
Gotta get everybody in the zone.
Yep. So they rightfully so bowed out of that fight. Remember, they were only of level 19 disarray debuff.
Yeah, like, yeah. I mean, I get why they left. I didn't understand why the larger group was having such a hard time figuring it out. They could have used that time to corral their opponents, you know, force a fight. Instead, they brought in more numbers, which guaranteed no fight. You know. Maybe they're just not used to fighting yet, and they're just a massing force. Might be their first fight, you know?
No, we've seen Z fight many of times.
Well, you know, I'm just trying to give them any benefit of the doubt here, man.
I'm not.
Okay.
Despicable behavior.
Speaking of no benefit of the doubt, guess who just left their hideout?
Who?
6 minutes after the hideout, after the territories go live. Hey, Baragi and Meerkats assemble. A little late on the assembly today.
Okay. We have the Hot Alliance beelining it towards, I think it's Scripsies down in the next zone in Sunkerborough Spring. Oh, we do have action on our original POV versus Z Cole. So the fight did commence over here. We'll see how they go. Remember, these guys are very much outnumbered here. And as we come in,
brave men and women of Albion here.
They are rocking that 19 disarray debuff against what was a 39 last time I checked.
39? Oh gosh.
So here we go. The brawl ensues here. The tower has been claimed, at least here in White Cliff Expanse, for our POV. So they do have
I remember Z.
Their name.
So, Robin, you said that we've seen these guys before. It's a Senio that I'm not familiar with, the one that has the larger of the 2 debuffs. That's the one that I'm wondering, the one without an alliance. I'm wondering if they're a more PvE style group that is now getting their first touches of ZVZ content. That's why they had so many before they felt comfortable going in. They didn't feel safe just engaging and drawing their opponents into battle. They were like, we gotta just go.
They were ready to bang in the Everzone until they figured out that more Z was on their way. So Asenio
at the moment, Z who has the large one. Never mind.
Yeah, Z has the 38, 39 disarray debuff. Asenio has the 18 disarray.
I thought you'd have me coming in on the defensive, position here, but no, we're watching these guys Z, who we have seen before, take out a small group.
Well, I say take it out. I mean,
Senio
doing a fantastic job of, kind of keeping the forces at bay. I would say they need to use the Sentry Mage if it's still alive.
They've evened this fight up, Robin. If I look at my kill board since I've been here, there's more members of Z going down in the last 2 engagements than we've seen go down for Asenio. So...
yeah, but Asenio don't have the numbers to waste, and... I mean, they have to do some heavy lifting, a lot more than, just a 4-person clump deletion. They have to get some big boy deletions here, and they have to stay alive as well. Utilize that Sentry Mage, so it is still alive. This is what Asenio should be playing off of. They should be rotating around the tower, forcing aggro of the Sentry Mage onto Z. That will help them a tremendous amount here to try and at least even out the scales, but
they're doing okay. Look at that other group. They just did it again. They got another group here. 6 go down for Z. And Asensio is really doing more than I expected them to do here against these numbers. So well played by them defending against this and sticking around after they gain their territory, saying, you know what, we're going to at least put on a show. And they're putting on quite a show. Better than even in the kill boards, which is really hard to do against such an overwhelming force. They're using this disarray debuff to their advantage for sure, but
yeah, I was going to say, like, you definitely utilizing that disarray debuff will be playing a massive factor here. You know, it's not often we say that, but this
usually
is
numbers
where, you know,
win.
there's a lot less players on the battlefield for Arsenio, so their disarray debuff is a lot smaller, and Z is bringing in big boy numbers. A lot of the time, you know, the disarray debuffs only are in like the region of like the 10% at the high level. But look at this. This is freaking devastation here.
Well, we talk about what 10% can do
these guys
in the depths all the time. Why you want to get that 2% buff over your opponent. Why even 2% is super important here. And usually with large numbers, we see the group that has the superior numbers win in confrontations like this because they use their numbers correctly. Right now, I can't say Z is using its numbers correctly.
No, they are not. They are just getting ruffle stomped at the moment.
They're fighting as 2 separate groups, which is correct, but they're not coordinating. They're overplaying, like going too deep, and not finishing off clumps when they go deep. They get their first taste of defeat, and then they back out, which causes them 2, 3 more deaths without any follow-up kills of their own. I just don't know why they don't have 3 different sets of cooldowns going. They've got 2 separate groups, lots of numbers. Easily could have 3 sets of cooldowns. That would absolutely decimate Sensio. They would not have enough defensives for that.
Yeah, and you can see, like, right now our POV is focusing on this northeastern group. There is a faux other group of Z down to our southeastern side. Like, that southeastern side isn't engaging whatsoever onto this group when they hit the northeast, right? Their midline's, like, wide open for attack from the southeast. They're just not doing it. And you're right, like, Z are just not utilizing their numbers. There's no coordination here. Communication seems to be a little bit off between, you know, the multiple shot callers that are leading them. Arsenio just absolutely just putting on a show. Love to see it. Can they come out on top? That is the question. Another blob zoning in on the northwestern side of the map here. Not sure whose that's going to be.
It's moving. It's moving here quick.
Moving and grooving.
They are. Free loot. We know free loot.
We do, and if I recall yesterday, 13. It was a free-for-all for the castle when AR showed up, and Z was on the battlefield then, and Arsenio was also on the battlefield, so it could be a legitimate 3-way here if they join the fight. We'll wait and see.
That's Sun Yu. I will follow Sun Yu because I think he's going to collapse on the backside of this, and I just want to see what it looks like.
Z are positioning themselves away from the blob as well, so we'll
Everybody's
see.
Expecting something. So this is at least good for the guys inside the territory on defense. Fortunately, this is not for the territory control right now. This has already been claimed. This battle is just for boards and bragging rights. But sometimes that's all we're going to get here on Albion Asia. Because, again, we've talked about this a couple times. Territory claiming is very different mid-season. And it's even more like, I'm just going to use the word organized here on Albion Asia. And everybody gets their own. Everybody just walks over, takes their own, and then starts fighting afterwards. Generally for castles. And Sun Yu has the mounted. He is coming in from the eastern side on this. He does have Z in his sights. Big group of Z in his sights right now, falling in, clumping on top of a DPS that already hit for his opponents. Z-Call comes in and deletes them. half of them go down in the first engagement.
Yeah, Desenio coming in right now as well from the western side. A bit of a mishmash, a big interrupt there from the Bastion player of Z, disrupting the clump maker. But it's all out brawl now. Big clumps coming in on our south side of our screen here. Defensive cleric cows activated. Return engagement's huge. And Z are in the grinder right now as the kills are starting to stack up once again.
Sun Yu coming back again from behind. Now, they did lose 6 in their first engagement. They come back. They get 4 in that engagement, 5 in that engagement. Nice follow-up. They fall back, and they're just going to be bombing here. And it doesn't matter if they're on the side of the defenders or not. They are helping the defenders. Asensio should send a thank you card.
Well, we're at that stalemate position now. Z have fallen down the cliff edges. Senio just holding on to the western side, making sure they don't get... Ooh, that was a nice grab. Good attempt. Great reactions there from the cleric cows. But yeah, just trying not to be sandwiched here. You can see on the mini-map here that AR are rotating all the way northeast and around. Senio keeping Z busy while that pincer maneuver comes in here. Keep an eye on that battle.
Sun Yu is coming again. He is now coming from the southeast. He took a rotation across the bridge, and now he's hitting from a different direction. 3, 2, he's going to be delayed. He's going to have to reset this engagement. Goes in a little late. Gets 3. Follow up on them. Well absorbed. They aren't going to lose a lot, and all I see are red tags falling right now, as it looks like Asensio is pushing on the backside of Sheik. Is that what's happening? I can only see Sunny at the moment.
Yeah, good pressure coming in there. Great read of the battlefield. Another massive deletion to the northwestern side of our screen. Z are pretty much near done and dusted here. It seems like a couple members already mounting up and fleeing the scenes, as there comes potentially the final nail in the coffin for Z. What a show here today from a very outnumbered group, showing it's not all about numbers sometimes.
No, it's about bravery, and we saw that early on. That's why I was giving such crap to the group with the numbers, because they weren't pushing. They weren't coming in when they realized they had twice the numbers of their opponent. They waited for more people to show up. I mean, that gave Asensio a sense that their opponent doesn't believe they have what it takes to beat them. Like, if you're waiting for an extra 4 from 34 to 39, I guess that's 5, right? That's not a good sign. They should have just gone in and waited for their guys while they're fighting.
Yep.
Like,
well,
go in, put the pressure on, and then grow it. Like, and this allowed Free Loot to come in. Free Loot came in, and Free Loot's not going after Asensio. So that was
Asensio are already back on the tower, because we do have Baba Alliance now. That's that massive blob to the western side. They did just come in via the door.
Okay. Well, Free Loot is leaving. Free Loot's out. So they're the blob that's leaving to the northeast. But they came in, they engaged, they got several kills. They lost maybe 10 total. But they weren't very many to begin with. I think they were at like a 18 disarray. Yeah, very low. So they got their guys back and are leaving, but they were the deciding factor in that fight, I believe.
Let's see what happens next. Asensio still holding territory. I think they're expecting Baba to start pushing in here soon. Baba's a little bit more of an experienced group from what I recall. And here we go. Baba stepping up on the south side of our screen. No chance for Asensio to bank their loot. They will be fighting once again here. Let's check. What's Baba's disarray real quick here? Level 28, so a little bit less than what they had to put up with, but still outnumbered nonetheless by 10 disarray debuff.
And you're on Temurgen?
Yeah. Shallow engagements coming in, tickles here and there. And I'm wondering, do they play the Sentry Mage again? They really have to kind of play that Sentry Mage. It is activated. It will start zapping here soon enough. There's a lot of defensives still tucked away, and Baba are multiple groups here. Here comes the second hit from the eastern side, nearly taking down our POV down to half HP.
What did
They haven't lost
Asensio
anyone
do
yet.
to piss off all these larger groups? You know, they got Frank the Tank coming in over here. They got lots of people coming at them. This is not what you want on
Probably
Invasion
just played
Day.
the game.
You want to just go and, you're right. That's probably what happened. They didn't make any phone calls. They didn't pay any rent. They didn't, hold anybody's hands. They just went out and tried to get content, and that made enemies. Good on them. But we have no idea. We're just making shit up. So.
Yeah, but it does look like Free Loot may be coming back to the fight. That blob moving from that northeastern door back over. Baba rotated outside of the territory, so they're expecting the pincer maneuver to unfold here. Asensio keeping the pressure alive here on Baba, keeping them forced in the fight.
Sunyo is on the back of that bridge. He's coming forward. He's going to actually crash into the backside of Baba in a few moments, unless he's working with Baba, because they're not pushing in yet. They're walking alongside each other. Not a single thing thrown. Okay. Still nothing thrown, Robin. Still nothing thrown. They're prowling around their backside, backing up and coming from a different direction. I don't believe these two guys are against each other.
We'll see. Baba full attention onto Asensio, trying to get that wrap here. Good defensives coming down. Only Steve going to fall on that engagement. And here we go. The chaos ensues once again. Very mixy, very messy here. Another member of Asensio going down. Can they find anything to pull it back here? That is the question. And keeping an eye out as well where Free Loot rotates.
They're demounted again, directly south of Baba, and they're walking towards them. We'll see. This might be it. Yeah, they do have beef. They're coming in. They're swinging. First hits into the backside of Relentless go in. Nice Hand of Justice goes in, but they don't get anything with Sunyo, who's completely knocked back, and most of their DPS is knocked back with him. So it's a move forward by the guys in Baba, and they leave one, maybe two behind, but they don't take any big clumps. They don't take any big damage here.
Yeah, Asensio falling back inside the territory as well. Attempt to stop that push, but great work from the defensive D-tanks. Will put everyone to sleep pretty much. Stun lock there in the farm plots. Asensio gonna go rotate north and around here, trying to stop Baba from maneuvering out of the sandwich that they are in right now. So 100% Free Loot working with Asensio, like just by movements and from what we've seen in the last two fights here.
Yeah, it looks like Sunyo's getting overrun right now. Big push by Baba, engulfing the guys in AR. AR trying to fall back, but we've got Asensio and Baba swatting at these guys at the moment, and I think it's going to be a hard time for AR to get out of this one. Mostly Baba on their backside.
Yeah, Asensio going for a big wraparound on the northeastern side. Can they get there in time to get the cutoff? That is the question. Oathkeepers drop to move. Speed boost up. Big clump and nice deletion once again. A devastating blow there. No D-tanks looking at that from Baba whatsoever. That's another about 7 members dead there. Asensio keeping the pressure alive.
It looks like AR is going to at least make it out of that engagement. They're going to turn back on this, coming from the other side. Lobby in their view. Baba getting hit here. Several members getting very low as they're hitting both Baba and Asensio in that engagement. Nice push by the small group of AR.
Yeah, Asensio getting another massive deletion there on our screens on the eastern side as well. Baba looks like they may be looking to try and get out of this situation. It looks like they are scattering off into the winds here. Yeah, it looks like Baba is indeed done and dusted. Judging by the movements here. Great action from these guys today.
Yeah, very good from this group that we don't generally watch. We probably have more action going on, but this has just been so consistent and so good. I just want to hang out here. Unfortunately, on Albion Asia, we only have one camera available. We just don't have the bandwidth to do multiple clients over here. We are reaching across the world to bring this to you. But it's been good content.
It has indeed. By the way, just checking Asensio's guild description here. They only have 89 members in total. Focused on mid-scale content. It says no ZVZ. Just have fun. We go crazy. And they are recruiting. Language spoken is both Korean and English. So if you're looking for a guild, a mid-scale guild that does, you know, go for the content, there you go. Go apply right now.
Right.
Well, that fight comes to an end.
Yep,
We'll
AR
carry on
has
bouncing
backed
around. Ooh, we got big content. Meerkats Assemble that I just got pushed onto.
Hey, Baragi.
Hey, Baragi. Is he here? Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is. He's there. I know. I was watching him before.
Ooh.
Whoa! Oh!
Whoa!
Hey now!
Not good now.
Meerkats
Not good.
disassembled. Whoa!
Oh god, and oh dear. Cluster Q activated here. It's going to be against Plaque, who we have not seen here on the War Report in a long time.
Quite some time. The KK Alliance, Future Party, Plaque, over here on the Eastern Gate, pushing in, but Meerkats Assemble and the MVP Alliance, bringing back the MVP. They look pretty good the last few times we've seen them. I'm not going to lie. They've been very active, and they've been looking good.
They have indeed. They have indeed. Well, Cluster Q activated here in zone. 350 players all fighting it out, with more waiting to come into the zone. The hammer's swinging here on the second gate. One gate remains here. MVP, lucky that KK didn't play that super aggressive. They were, you know, a little bit sleeping at the wheel there in terms of getting out of that spot, but it's what it is. And MVP have a 39 disarray debuff here. You know, they've got a big mass today as well. And it's going to be a pincer play here. Stella Alliance of KK Alliance over on the western side, hammering Plaque on the eastern side with Future Party as well. But look at the stack potential here. I mean, Hey Baragi goes in. I think he was just trying to burn some defenses, and he did. Nothing in terms of DPS actually came out there, so this may open up a potential flood here. Hey Baragi stepping up. I think he knows that there's a potential opener here. He's positioned his men into a position for a faux flood. I don't even know how this is gonna go, because if it's a faux send to the east, just look at the stack of bodies over there. Like, there's so many men.
So many mans. So many mans. So little space. Dude, I can't tell what's going on here. I have nothing. I have nothing for you, Robin.
Well, a bit
I hear pop,
and
pop, and then every like 4 seconds there's some empty health bars.
Yep, and unfortunately it's going to be MVP that took the brunt of the server not handling that situation very well. They are wiped. Yikes. It's unfortunate.
You know, somebody's got to lose in every engagement, right? And it looks like they're going out pretty good. I mean, they're not going out badly. They're taking people down with them as they get out of the castle. I like the way they're fighting, but they got overwhelmed today in this castle, and Skylake Kinnerland out to go find more content. Thanks, Meerkats and friends.
There we go. On to the next castle. Let's see where we end up. Flying Dutchman back on their island already.
Yeah, I was like, I can't. Where's Matt?
It's mid timer at the moment, so
maybe they're regrouping. They were in a hideout before, not on a. Huh. Okay. Righto. Heading somewhere else.
I think we just missed a fight there on Stripsies. Yeah, that's just came to an end.
All Rise is in the hideout as well, so no re.
Also on the move. That's a little bit of action.
A little downtime in the middle of the show. Let's keep it down. Let's bring it down a little bit. We do have some content over on site Tao Tao. I think this is a new group for him, HPJ. Oh no, he's in HPJ before. Never mind. And that's the CPT Alliance. We've seen them quite a bit, and they're going versus 3 vs 2. I think is the name of the guild over on the other side. Or 3 vs 1. I can't read it. It's 3-2-1. Never mind. It's 3-2-1. But it's red name.
1.
Red name tags built up on top of each other. You read them.
Rough. Oh well, there was red. There
was content.
3 name tags here, but there's not anymore.
There was content.
3-2-1 just counted down and sent HBJ to the Shadow Realm, but let's see if they can restabilize here. They are pushing forward. Clump's coming in, no follow-up DPS whatsoever there, as it does get shut down, and HBJ probably going to be lined up soon enough, and there it is. Members still falling all around, and I think HBJ know that it's pretty much over.
They're at least regrouping. They're not running. They're turning. Or they're all standing on my screen, standing still, so I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I think they don't want to fight towards the territory, which is, understandable. Frontline engagements coming out, HBJ. Couple members pretty low here. Nice defensive Bedrock Mace and great Arcane combo there, stopping HBJ's engagement dead in its tracks. 3-2-1 though, not playing overly aggressive here. There's that small blob there. It's going to be invisible because I believe we are right next to the
I can see
portal. Yeah. No, like the players are invisible. So HBJ doesn't know what it is. They're just coming out of Invis now and heading northwest, so they're not getting involved in the fight. They are off on their wee travels. And 3-2-1. Not choosing to come out into the open field. HBJ pretty much got everybody back already. Like I mentioned, we are pretty much next door to the portal here. That snowball, though.
You love it. You love it. You love it. Hey, it's a fun one. I actually thought for a while we were going to see more of it show up because it was very effective in castle gameplay. And we saw it for like a week, and then it just disappeared again.
Yeah, it's definitely very much viable. A lot of groups still use it depending on their composition. Right, the knock up, then the uncleansable slow is like the big one. It's two birds, one stone of a weapon. It is very, very, very useful. Here we go, Gig Pot activated. HBJ looking for something here. Big natural clumping on the western side. They're going to find 2 on that engagement. Counter engagement coming back in here. Cleric Cowl is... Or did he pop his Cleric Cowl there? He still took damage. I don't know. He stood still
Robin,
for quite some time.
I didn't see anything because my game is constantly freezing every couple of seconds right now. This zone is not my friend.
Fortunate. Well, 3-2-1. stepping back out once again. HBJ need to be careful here. Pirate cows are on big cooldown. 3-2-1 doesn't really go that deep. HBJ stepping back up. Defensive guard runes allowing 3-2-1 to get back inside. Maybe just a front to back engagement. Both sides resetting once again here. And this is, you know, that mid-scale 20 versus 20-ish content. Maybe 1 or 2 people die. Not many big faux clump deletions going to be coming in here. Unless somebody has a wee mistake.
Well, you know, those happen very quickly here. Like, we have seen time and time again that everything looks completely even and it's slow, it's back and forth, and then that one mistake happens. And at this size, that's all it takes. And then 3 people die, then everybody dies.
And then the slow bleed out, like you mentioned. Big clump here from HBJ, but 0 follow-up as the D-tanks were shutting it down. A wasted chariot defensive bubble coming out here. There was no DPS in the back lines whatsoever of HBJ. But I don't think 3-2-1 actually realized that. HBJ stepping back up. POV getting bounced around like a pinball. Wind wall into a bedrock mace into the snowball. Sends him bouncing.
Okay, big slowdown here. This guy just not moving. Is he frozen here? No? Just looking for the best engagement. Gets a little bit of something here, but no follow-up from his team, Robin.
Yeah, I think that's what's lacking here for HBJ. The DPS just isn't connecting onto some of these clumps that are being made. They need some guard runes down as well. They are constantly getting bopped back as well when they're trying to step up by those bedrock maces and wind walls. Resets coming in here. Our POV going for a wee wander. The north. I think he may be telling his boys we're pulling away here. Yeah, we do have a breakaway.
Yeah. It looks like Sai Tao Tao is moving away, and I don't see any follow. Like,
well,
nothing
he's
on my
freshly
screen.
OC'd, so I don't know what the
Yeah,
game
I heard
plan is
more
there.
OC just as you said that. I heard somebody else hit the button, so...
Interesting.
I don't even know what to say here, Robin. This is an interesting choice. And they are turning on this. Here we go. A couple of members of 2-3-1 getting hit here. They're going to get their defensives out, and they're going to be okay. And it looks like people are running away before the fight is even over here. Several DPS from HBJ just walking away.
Was that a Xiao Cao countdown I heard there from you, Chosen? 2, 3, 1?
Oh, God, yeah, I did.
Oh my
good,
lord.
Pretty good. It's been a day.
It's been a day. It just started.
We got 4 more hours.
Mm-hmm. Clumps coming in here. HBJ trying to keep the pressure alive. They are very spread out. Massive group to the north side. Just way out of position where their front line is. I don't understand, you know, some of their positioning here. Like, their shot callers all the way out in front. Like, there's members a screen away to the western side. Finally, they catch back up, but it's like, I get it. Sometimes in, you know, 300-player fights, you lose your shot caller. When you're in a 20 versus 20, you should never be losing your shot caller. This is the steady back and forth here. Here we go. Front to back. Not going to find anything. 3, 2, 1. Looking to fire back here. Waiting for those defensive root bounds to fade away. Are they going to find anything here? They don't. A couple Cleric Cow usages. HBJ stepping back up once again. Need to play a little bit more aggressive than this. Kind of whiffs the Tether shift there. I think he realizes that he may have overextended the play a little bit. Great Arcane shuts it down at the front lines. 3-2-1 looking to fire back here, but the defensive and nurturing slowing down the push. Silence puddles and smoke bomb helmets flooding the battlefield here, and it's turned into a bit of a brawl, but they find the deletion nonetheless. HBJ going to be losing 2 or 3 on that engagement.
They can't keep that up. Not at these numbers.
Definitely not. I mean, again, re-gears are like a zone away. So 3-2-1 have to keep the pressure up now. They have to take the fight out into the open field and, you know, take advantage of the deletions that they just got before those re-gears get back to the fight. But that's not what they're doing here. They are just allowing HBJ to pull away, reset, restabilize, and then all momentum is lost. So a little bit of work to do here for 3-2-1.
Guys backing off yet again. This is like a third time we've seen this. They're staying here in the zone, though, and coming back to the fight, which is commendable, but not really sure what they're doing with these resets.
Yeah, it's just HBJ trying to drag the fight away from the territory. That's where they don't want to go. 3-2-1 starting to pick up momentum here. Can they find anything? Nope, they find nothing with that engagement. HBJ, look again. Look how far away these members are to the north side. They're mounting up and leaving. Or are they mounting up and repositioning? No, they're mounting up and leaving. But their shock caller is still fighting. They dismount again to the western side. I don't know what the hell is going on here with HBJ. This is
an unusual strategy, and I'm not really understanding what I'm watching.
I think the call was to get out, and then some members got out, and then other players didn't get that memo, and now there's at least we're way away from the territory now. He is just looking for that pick. Remember, he doesn't have the Tether shift. Or positional drift, shall I say. The kidnap, but good discipline here from 3-2-1 in their positioning. And look at this. 3-2-1 slowly pulling the fight back towards the territory. HBJ now reading it. They're pulling the fight north. If there was ever a time to disengage from the fight, it would be now, but
All right, just kind of circling around back to the east here, Robin. I feel like Sai Tao Tao is just too far in front of his group in this size. And as we see here, working around the western flank, 3 members of his go down before they even get to a point where they can engage, and they back out yet again. Yeah. Yes, it does look like a Space Marine boat.
it does, yes.
Yes, very Space Marine-y. He even has the eagle, yes. That's how you know he's a Space Marine. Actually, I think he's in Astartes with the eagle like that.
Well, here we go. HBJ calling it quits here. They are getting out now. Their chariot going to the northwestern door. It's going to be All but over here. We'll carry on bouncing around as we still have 15 minutes left, and we should have some
A
more
castle fight. At
castle
least a castle
content.
fight. One castle. We got Maverick back out again, so he's fighting here. Joker versus Idol in Sandmount Ascent. Big, giant battle here. I'm talking more players than you can shake a, I don't know, like hog log at, dude. There's a lot.
There is a lot of players
We're
here,
looking
and
at
there's a lot of
43
players
versus something
dying.
bigger. 43 versus something bigger is what I see here.
Yeah, this is, I would say, near the pretty much the max near zone capacity. We are very close to it, I would say here. But look at the amount of Joker here inside the castle. And the server here chugging at the gate. I think I got... Yep, there goes my ping all the way up to 2,500 again.
Mine just stopped. I don't even get a ping. My game just freezes.
Yep. 3,000. I couldn't tell you what's happening right now, so...
Yep. I hear you. I feel you guys. I feel you guys. Right now we are pushing at the gate, Robin. I'm not getting a really good read on what's happening here, unfortunately, because of the lag. But we do have Maverick on the front of the door, putting pressure on the gate. North side, I imagine that they've got some people on the west side too. I do see a couple of tags over that way. It looks like they're going to go ahead and take down both doors as they take down those 5 members of Joker. They're going to take down the 2 doors before they move into the center courtyard.
Looks like I am back once again. But it is an absolute murder here on the gate here of the first entranceway into the courtyard. Members of Joker's frontline dying here. The gate has fallen. I'm gonna have to restart Maverick. I didn't realize I was off in that whole entire time, but there we go. Again, just a reminder for everybody, if you have been partaking in the ZVZs today here on Albion Asia, and you have been recording and you have had performance issues during today's fights, please make sure you submit the ZVZ performance form that I have linked in Twitch chat. Actually, I'll pin it to the top of the page, just so you guys are aware. All that data goes to the team who are actively working on the issues here. But here we go. The flood into the courtyard. And Joker are getting railed.
It does seem like they are getting smashed here, Robin. I don't see much for them on my stream. Minerva X down to the south, but everything I've seen so far says, oof. Oof. Rough go for it. Finally, they swing back and get 3 kills, but Robin, the kill board is way out of line here.
Yeah, this is just a slaughter, to be honest. And once this gate goes down, I'm wondering, you know, do we just see an insta-faux sendage? Could be just that. Joker positioning themselves inside the Lord Room. Couple engagements over the chest, and the gate is down, and Maverick trying to flood in here. The Great Arcane's stopping at least one section, but the front line's going to get melted. It's not a faux sendage here. It's a bit of a stoppage here on the eastern side. Joker have a chance here to relieve the pressure and do something while that northwestern gate is still up. But Maverick popping Gigpot here. He's shielded. He's looking to faux send it. He's broken through. He's looking at the south side here. A couple players stacked in front of him, but he wants to go a little bit bigger. He wants to go a little bit more ballsy, and it's going to be the Western Club. There it is, the air compress into the deletion, and Idol taking full control of the Lord Room. Can Joker fire back? The answer to that is no, because the secondary punch just came in.
No.
Oh my god, look how many more there are of Joker on that northwestern side. Maverick sees it. I've just been kicked off Maverick again, so we may have to restalk him. Another massive clump on top of Maverick. Oh my god, Joker are getting absolutely destroyed here. Joker, though, still trying to put on a fight here inside the Lord Room, even though, like, I would say 70% of their Zerg is clicked out northwest. If that group on the northwest side actually came in and started brawling it out here, you know, it may even the battle just a little bit. Finally, they get a nice little clump there. They secure about 6 or 7 kills. But that's about it.
Robin, there's not much here for these guys left. I think this is going to be a sad, slow end and a victory for the Flying Dutchman as they take another castle here on Invasion Day. I'm going to start bouncing around to other content, maybe one where I can actually see what's going on.
Yep.
It's been a rough battle in this zone. I just, if you noticed, I got pretty quiet. There wasn't much for me to talk about.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
Aubrey and Nori in Razor Rock Passage, but I think we might have missed a fight if there was one. Oh, we do have Scripsy, though. Idol and Western Paradise on Castle and Sunfang Ravine versus Hot. All in fighting are going all out, as I think they just got clapped and clumped and dumped, and we're just going to see the end of this, and names being taken, treasure chest being open.
Yep, Hot are trying to flee here out the southeast side. It is indeed cleanup. Carry on looking around. Tofu out and about. He's in Shelby Steve. Is there a fight up here? Oh my god, there is. Holy shit. God damn. Come in and yep. The screen just starts stuttering and oh, it's chaos ensuing everywhere over every single legendary castle we jump to right here. We got seamen all over, fuck you. And it's an absolute brawl fest here inside the Lord Room. The very small Lord Room, shall I remind you, because we're in the different layout compared to the other two that we just watched. We got groups in Suicide Alley to the eastern side. Players all over the place. Tofu looking for something to the east. DPS not able to connect. I think more cleric cows were activated there than I can count. I can count pretty high. I'll tell you. I can count over 10. I don't know if you're connected here, Shozen.
Yep.
You're here? You see what's going on?
I see Scripsy running.
Okay, we're on Tofu.
Okay, no, I'm not on Tofu.
Well, the absolute bloodbath continues here as Seaman just absolutely clump and dump fuck you over and over again. But it's the brawl. Anything can happen here. But Seaman are holding strong. And they find another big deletion there just on the north side by the chest. Fuck you, still naturally clumping there on Suicide Alley. That's where Tofu's trying to find those clumps, and just like that, clump and dump. Finally, some kills for Fuck You on the western side, albeit just 2.
Oh.
Still, I don't know how this is going to end.
This is actually pretty good here right now. I'm pretty impressed by Chill here and their push out from the center. Nice clump over on the side there. But when I look at the kill board, Robin, it does not look in their favor. I just see them doing a couple of nice things. But not that, though. Not that. That was bad. That was not... Okay, I shouldn't have said it. I shouldn't have said it.
There's the caster's curse. And it is a full-blown wipeout here. Seamen are all over Fuck You, and they haven't really lost that many, to be honest. Ever since I joined this fight, I think I saw about, I want to say six members dead. Make that 7 because Roranus just died on his way out, but what a cleanup there. What a brawl there for the castle in Shell Heath Steep. Congratulations to Seaman once again. They are in full cleanup at the moment.
Cleanup everywhere, Robin. This was a pretty good invasion day, honestly. We didn't see a lot of territory fights for control of territories, right? Like, we didn't see anybody fighting for ownership. But we saw content across the board throughout all phases of the invasion day.
Yeah, like fights all over the map, right? For the legendary castles, pretty much. A lot of the big guns out there fighting. We saw some medium-sized content. We saw, you know, shout out to Asensio. We're probably butchering their name, but those guys, you know, were the highlight for me today. 19 disarray debuff, taking on a 38 disarray debuff and winning, then taking on Baba as well and winning, albeit, you know, they did have a little bit of help from some friends, but it wasn't like AR were a massive force in and of itself. So loved that piece of content. We don't really get to see much of that anymore. But yeah, it looks like this will be our final.
Yeah, this is my final show with you today here, Robin. You're going to be out and participating in the mid-season invasion, right? With your guild contingent, who is currently, you know, vying for control of the Outlands in Albion Europe, right? You're going to be there leading the charge, right? You're the defensive master.
I am the god of the Zerg. Without me, they lose every time, but they may lose again today because I'm probably not going to be there. You know, I got other
Unfortunately,
things
they won't see you on the field
attend.
of battle today, will they?
No, but I will be back here on AOTV later on today, though. We'll be here both at 22 UTC and 01 UTC for a double America's server action. We got the Legendary Castle show at 22 UTC, and then we'll be here, of course, for the Invasion Day coverage at 01 UTC. So double trouble tonight for the Americas server here on AOTV. So looking forward to that. But yeah, good luck for the European server coverage. Hopefully it does live up to what we got here on Asia today, which was some great content all around.
It was. It really was. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It was, I enjoyed most of it. There was that fight where I just couldn't see what the hell was going on because the game froze every 2 seconds for 4 seconds. Good old-fashioned lag here on this server here. But I am looking forward to the next one. In 3 hours, we'll be back here at 18 UTC with another invasion for Albion Europe, followed by 2 hours of PvP content with Bogle, myself, and Tazik. And then Robin will be back, like he said, at 01 UTC, right? For Invasion?
22 and 01 UTC.
Yeah. Oh, you're doing a double. Okay. Sounds awesome. Enjoy.
Indeed, indeed. Well, that is it from us. Thank you guys for watching. And of course, wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a glorious morning, afternoon, or evening, everybody. Adios.